the Terminids, aka the bugs. If you're of a certain age like myself, the words the bugs will more than likely trigger a memory of a certain film from 1997, and if it doesn't, would you like to know more? See what I did there? See? Well, there's always Google. When I first saw the gameplay footage of a raging battle against the bugs, my thoughts turned to how I felt watching the aforementioned film. The excitement grew, until I could no longer wait. I had to get Helldivers 2 and experience this awesomeness for myself. My first drop out of training, which, by the way, was a level 9 Helldive, 9 was the highest difficulty at the time, into a friend's game, was one of the most adrenaline-filled few minutes I've ever experienced during my time gaming. I was hooked. Here I am 680 hours of playtime later, not all of it on the bugs may I add, and I still love the game. During my time I've played using lots of different weapons and stratagems. I believe I've got a pretty well balanced loadout which I'd like to share with you. I'm not a solo diver. I like to dive with friends. I've always preferred co-op games. It's just who I am. This may work for solo, it may not. Ultimately, whatever works for you will do just fine, and don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. That's the beauty of choice. So with that out of the way, let's begin. Primary weapon. I will admit that I used to use the SG-225IE Breaker Incendiary, which is still one of the best weapons in the game for bugs, especially for its crowd control. It only has 4 clips of ammo, no knockback, and it takes almost an entire clip to kill an Alpha Commander. For me, there was an answer to this. The SG-451 Cookout, a pump shotgun that fires a burst of incendiary pellets which sets targets ablaze. It was first released as part of the Freedom's Flame Premium Warbond. It has 320 damage, light armor penetration, and is a rounds reload weapon, which actually can be reloaded after each shot. The best part of this weapon is its knockback. Being able to deal with the likes of Alpha Commanders and Stalkers and keep them at a distance is nothing shy of brilliant. It takes a little bit of getting used to if you've switched from the likes of the Incendiary Breaker, but it is totally worth it. Secondary weapon. It probably doesn't come as a surprise, but the GP31 grenade pistol is a fantastic choice here. You can close bug holes, kill nursing spewers, bile spewers, in fact all medium armoured enemies. It has 650 damage, medium armour penetration, and is explosive. I know, it's obvious, it's in the name. I love running around bug nests closing all of the holes with this thing, and guess what? No stratagems needed. Winner. Grenades. I've said this before in one of my previous videos, but I use the G16 impact grenades on all of my loadouts. They have 400 damage and heavy armour penetration. You can use these to clear bug holes as well, but I like to use them most against groups of spewers or hunters. You can literally just chuck one in there and splat. Again, worth mentioning that if you throw them near to yourself you can kill yourself, so make sure you're throwing them far enough away that you don't do that. Let's move on to the actual stratagems now. First of the 2 red, again no surprises here, it's the Eagle 500 kg bomb. A large bomb that obliterates almost any target close to impact. From killing titans and chargers to taking out some of the smaller and medium nests in one go, this stratagem is so useful it can't be understated. There's not really much more to add there. Big Boom gets a big smile. Second of the reds is actually a choice, believe it or not, between the Orbital Napalm Barrage or the Orbital 380mm High Explosive Barrage. They both serve the same purpose. A large AoE to keep lots of bugs in check. Whether it be thrown into the Mega Nest or a Heavy Nest, they'll both bombard the area, killing most things. It's good to use in a pinch if you're being chased by a big group as well. Depending on the need, I generally take the 380 here because the 380 will close bug holes, whereas the napalm doesn't, unless you're very lucky and you get a direct hit in the hole. Please, 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 let the squad know that you're throwing this stratagem. Countless times I've been killed when someone throws this behind me and I don't know, and they don't let me know either. Next moment, boom, and I'm dead. You have been warned. Blue stratagems next. First is the SH32 Shield Generator Pack, a bubble shield that protects the wearer from most damage, which takes a backpack slot. Despite the description, the shield is effective against Terminid's melee attacks. I wear this to increase my survivability. I said earlier that the Breaker Incendiary has excellent crowd control, because the Cookout isn't quite as good as crowd control, it's not far off. The shield helps if they get too close for comfort. Better to have some protection than none in my eyes. My only gripe is that any diver who tries to help you using the P11 stim pistol can't shoot through the shield unless it's down. You can drop the backpack off in order for them to be able to shoot you and stim up, and then you can put it back on again. But obviously if you're in a firefight, that's not really possible. So I hope they change that soon. Probably not, but it would be nice if they did. Final blue stratagem is the LAS-99 Quasar Cannon. It charges up to fire a powerful explosive energy burst. It takes a full 3 seconds to charge and fire, with a 15-second cooldown that doesn't include environmental conditions, until the next shot can be charged. The disadvantage of the weapon are the charging up and the cooldown timers. However, the advantages far outweigh these. Because it's a heatsink based weapon, there's no ammo required. You can run around firing your other weapons whilst the cooldown is happening when you can keep it on your back, meaning you can keep on the run. It kills Bile Titans and chargers with a single shot to the face/head, and it can even be used to complete side objectives such as destroying Shrieker Nests, destroying Spore Spewers and illegal broadcast towers. Yes, the timers take a little bit of getting used to, but it really is a great support weapon. And that's it, folks. Those are my recommendations to use against the Terminids. Smash that thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to the channel with all notifications turned on. It will be greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching, and until next time, Pardo out.